Hi everyone, Refresh here, and I'm here to take a look at Arcane Tinmen's board game sleeves, sized extra large. These are for cards measuring up to 65 by 100 millimeters. That is for games like Seven Wonders. And these sleeves are clear. One pack of these sleeves is at an MSRP of $5.99, and that comes with 100 sleeves, which averages out to about 6 cents per sleeve. As you can see on the back of the package, there is a nice frame by which you can measure your card to see if it will fit. And the packaging says that this is good for games like Seven Wonders, Coup, and Cargo Noir. Let's take a look at what we have inside. And the first thing that's noticeable is that these sleeves are matte and smooth on both sides. Let's count out the sleeves to see if we have 100 of them. That is 102 sleeves, so there are 2 extras in this package. Let's see what the dimensions are. 100 sleeves comes in at approximately 1.7 centimeters. And that is approximately 170 microns per sleeve, or 85 microns per face. Let's see what the dimensions are. This is 68 millimeters wide by 102 millimeters tall. Let's see how a card fits. I have one Seven Wonders card here, and I'll stick it inside. Fits just fine. Looks like there is a little bit of play on the edges and about as much play on the top, but otherwise a pretty decent fit. Next up is the sleeve test. I'm going to take these 45 Seven Wonders cards and sleeve them in these sleeves and see how long it takes. Ready, set, go. Okay, it took 2 minutes and 25 seconds to sleeve these 45 cards. I'm counting it as 2 minutes and 25 seconds because I spent about a second correcting a card that I put in the sleeve upside down. This is an average speed of approximately 3.22 seconds per sleeve, which is actually quite fast for sleeves of this size. Overall, I didn't really see any problems with sleeving these cards. They mostly slipped in quickly and easily. It was a very smooth sleeving process. Now that the cards are sleeved, let's take a look at their consistency out of the pack. The first thing that is immediately noticeable is that these sleeves are not of even heights. As you can see, just looking at the sleeves here, there are some sleeves that are significantly taller than other sleeves, and some sleeves that are significantly shorter than other sleeves. And unfortunately, all the sleeves fit the cards with a little bit of room to spare, but if there is this lack of consistency even within the same pack, then what are the odds that occasionally you're going to run into some sleeves that are even less consistent, and possibly significantly longer and significantly shorter, possibly making some of the sleeved cards marked, or possibly being even too short to fully protect the sleeve. That's an issue. The widths, on the other hand, are fully uniform, so at least it has that going for it. And we'll notice also that some of these sleeves seem to have some sort of imperfections in the surface. As you can see, there's this weird warp bend mark in that sleeve, and a bend in this sleeve. I don't think these sleeves are pristine even outside of the package, and that is a little bit concerning. Next, I am doing the shuffle test, so I'm going to shuffle these sleeved cards 100 times and see how long it takes. Ready, set, go. Okay, that took 1 minute and 56 seconds to shuffle these sleeve cards 100 times. That is the significantly fast shuffling speed of 1.16 seconds per shuffle. It's not especially surprising to me that these cards shuffled so smoothly and easily. I think that is one thing that has been consistent between all of Arcane Tinmen's board game sleeves, is that the cards are very, very smooth and easy to shuffle. Because of their somewhat thinner nature, they do feel a little bit more like soft sleeves. They're just a tiny bit spongy at the top and the bottom, so they have a little bit of play. They'll give a little, but at the same time, they are very, very smooth against each other, perhaps even more so than the glossy sleeves, which makes it really easy to shuffle them against each other. So it makes the whole shuffling process feel very, very smooth and very easy. There's no resistance, no bounce, or anything like that. So I really like how these sleeves feel for shuffling. Now that the sleeves have been handled quite a bit, let's take a look and see how they fared. So it's interesting to me. The sleeves already came with some dents and bumps and warps in them, so I can't tell whether or not the new dents and bumps and warps that I've seen in them were just from the shuffling process and the handling process, or they were already there to begin with. I will note that there is some mild warpage on the surface of the sleeve, and you can sort of see it when light bounces off of it, but that is not something that came into the sleeve after handling. It was already there. And I will notice that some of the corners got bent in the handling process. And so I feel like these sleeves overall are not going to have as much longevity as other sleeves that may be a little bit more sturdier. But these bends and folds in the card sleeves are a little bit concerning as well. It started that way, so maybe they'll just stay that way, but I'm not appreciating that they exist. Next up is the shake test. I'm going to shake this table with the sleeve deck on it for about 2 seconds and see if the deck holds up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Didn't even budge. Alright, that's a pass. No problem. And now I will be doing the draw test. I'm going to draw 3 cards at the top of this deck and see how the deck holds up. Ready? Again, no problem at all. I guess the last observation that I should be making about these sleeves before I go into my final review is that these sleeves are matte, as I mentioned before, and that means that they will have a little bit less glare than your average sleeve, but at the same time it does mute the card art and the colors of the cards just a little bit. And so that's going to be an aesthetic choice for some of you. Some of you will prefer the lack of glare and some of the benefits that are conferred by these matte surfaces, and others will prefer being able to see the art more clearly and vibrantly. So my final thoughts about these sleeves are that I am of mixed opinion on them. I think that the biggest glaring issue with these sleeves is the lack of consistency in the sleeve heights. As you can see here, the sleeves do not have a consistent height. And that is a major problem for me in terms of having some sleeves be marked, or eventually running into sleeves when you buy a few of these packs that some will be just too short or some of them will be significantly longer, and I don't like that. I don't think it's possible for me to recommend any sleeves that come with uneven sizes like this. I mean, the thickness is just fine. There's no problem with the cards fitting into the sleeves, at least in this pack, but when you have some sleeves that are significantly shorter than others, it just doesn't leave you with much confidence in the manufacturer's ability for quality control. And on top of that, some of them came with those weird folds already built into the sleeve, and I don't really have much faith in the manufacturer's capacity to maintain good quality control if this is what keeps happening. Those are my major gripes with these sleeves. Other than that, I think these sleeves are fantastic in terms of handling and sleeving process, and some of you are really going to appreciate the lack of glare from the matte surfaces, while some of you will prefer the aesthetics of being able to see the card art more clearly with glossy sleeves. I do think that the sleeves are still an option for some of you, even despite my criticisms, because these are the only matte sleeves for board games on the market. And so if you have a Seven Wonders game that you want to sleeve up in matte sleeves, these are pretty much your only option. The fact that they handle really well does help sell it a little, but the price is about the same as other sleeves of this type, including the thicker, slightly more sturdier ones. And so it's really up to you whether you want to risk the potential inconsistency in the sleeve sizes in the sleeve heights, as well as some of the potential pre-existing issues that will come in the pack when it comes to dents and bumps. The relative thinness of the sleeve does leave me a little bit hesitant as to claim that these sleeves are going to be long-term durable. I don't think that these will be a bad choice per se because of the benefits that they do hold, but it does keep me from recommending them wholeheartedly. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you'd like to see more such reviews, and if you have experience with these sleeves or other sleeves of this size, you can click on the surveys below and fill out the survey so that people can get a sense of what the overall experience with the consistency and durability of these sleeves are. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was Refresh, and I will see you next time.